Welcome to Czech. Beneath the heart of Europe lies the Czech Republic, a land where every cobblestone and castle seems to echo with centuries of history. Here, medieval towns rest beside rolling hills, rivers wind past Gothic spires, and vibrant cities pulse with culture while never losing their timeless charm. The Czech Republic is not just a destination, it is a journey into stories written in stone, song, and spirit. Welcome to the Czech Republic, a nation small in size, yet immense in character. From the fairy tale streets of Prague to the vineyards of Moravia, and from the spa towns of Karlovy Vary to the wild beauty of Bohemian Switzerland, this country offers landscapes and experiences that shift with every step. Each season brings its own poetry: spring blossoms in castle gardens, golden summers on the Vltava River, colorful autumn forests, and winters draped in snow. The Czech Republic is rich in landmarks that have become symbols of its soul. Stand before Prague Castle, one of the largest in the world, or cross the historic Charles Bridge as statues look down like guardians of the past. Visit Český Krumlov, a UNESCO jewel where a riverside town embraces its Renaissance heritage, or marvel at Kutná Hora's hauntingly beautiful bone church. But beyond monuments, the Czech Republic thrives in its cities and traditions. Prague enchants with its blend of Gothic, Baroque, and modern architecture, while Brno hums with youthful energy and innovation. In spa towns like Mariánské Lázně, healing waters still flow as they did centuries ago, offering both relaxation and a touch of grandeur. Life here is also an experience of taste and celebration. Enjoy a pint of world-famous Czech beer in a lively pub. Taste traditional dishes like svíčková or trdelník, or join locals at festivals where music and folklore create unforgettable moments. Every meal, every toast feels like part of a story still unfolding. What makes the Czech Republic unforgettable is its balance of history and warmth. It's a place where centuries-old traditions live alongside a modern spirit, and where every traveler is welcomed not just as a visitor, but as a part of the tale. In the Czech Republic, wonder is not only seen, it's felt in every step, every song, and every smile. Brno, the beating heart of Moravia. Brno, the second largest city in the Czech Republic and the capital of Moravia, is a destination where history, innovation, and culture intertwine in surprising harmony. Often overshadowed by Prague, Brno is a city that rewards discovery, a place where medieval castles rise above modern boulevards, where lively student life fuels creativity, and where centuries of stories echo in every square. At the city's crown stands Spielberg Castle, perched on a hilltop and once a formidable fortress and notorious prison. Today, it serves as a museum and cultural venue, offering panoramic views of Brno's skyline, red rooftops, church spires, and the ever-watchful towers of Cathedral of St. Peter and Paul. This cathedral, with its twin spires soaring into the sky, dominates Petrov Hill and has become Brno's enduring symbol. Its bells still ring at 11 a.m., recalling a tale of tricking Swedish forces during the 30 Years' War, a story etched into local pride. The historic center of Brno is a maze of cobbled streets and squares, each carrying its own character. Freedom Square, Náměstí Svobody, is the city's vibrant heart, alive with markets, festivals, and the famous modern clock that marks noon in quirky fashion. Zelný trh, cabbage market, dating back centuries, continues to bustle with fresh produce, flowers, and artisanal goods beneath the watch of the Baroque Parnasse fountain. Brno is also a city of innovation. The Villa Tugendhat, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is a masterpiece of modernist architecture by Ludwig Mies van der Rohe, reflecting a new era of design and vision. Alongside its historic heritage, Brno thrives as a center of science and education, thanks to its universities and growing technology hubs. Culture here is both traditional and avant-garde. The Moravian Gallery and the National Theatre Brno showcase art, opera, and ballet, while underground labyrinths and wine cellars reveal the city's playful side. Its cafe culture, buzzing pubs, and microbreweries highlight Brno's youthful energy, fueled by one of the largest student populations in Central Europe. Surrounding the city, the landscapes of South Moravia unfold into rolling vineyards, castles, and caves. Just a short trip away, the Moravian Karst invites exploration with its limestone gorges, subterranean rivers, and the dramatic Makosha Abyss. What makes Brno unforgettable is its balance between old and new, legend and innovation, tranquility and energy. It is a city that may surprise those who arrive without expectations, leaving them enchanted with its warmth, charm, and character. Brno is more than Moravia's capital. It is a city of resilience and creativity, a place where history whispers through ancient stones while the future pulses with vibrant life. Český Krumlov, the fairy tale town of Bohemia. Český Krumlov, nestled in the rolling hills of South Bohemia, is one of the Czech Republic's most enchanting treasures. With its winding cobblestone streets, red-roofed houses, and a castle rising majestically above the Vltava River, the town feels like a place where history and legend live hand in hand. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it captures the essence of a medieval fairy tale brought to life. The centerpiece of the town is the Český Krumlov Castle, the second largest in the country after Prague Castle. Its Renaissance and Baroque facades, elegant courtyards, and iconic round tower dominate the skyline. Within its grounds lies a unique Baroque theatre, preserved with original stage machinery, offering a rare glimpse into the theatrical traditions of the 18th century. From the castle gardens, sweeping views reveal the old town wrapped in a graceful bend of the Vltava. The historic center itself is a labyrinth of charm. Narrow lanes lead past Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque buildings, their colorful facades glowing in the sunlight. Cafes spill into small squares, art galleries fill former burger houses, and every corner reveals traces of a town once thriving on trade and noble patronage. The Vltava River shapes the town's rhythm. Kayakers and rafters drift along its curves, while stone bridges link the banks. Reflections of towers and rooftops shimmer in the water, adding to the town's dreamlike quality. By night, lanterns and soft lights illuminate the streets, casting a magical glow that feels timeless. Český Krumlov is also a center of art and culture. The Egon Schiele Art Centrum celebrates the Austrian painter who once lived here, while festivals bring music, theater, and medieval traditions back to life. The Five-Petaled Rose Festival, held each June, transforms the town into a Renaissance stage with costumes, parades, and jousts. What makes Český Krumlov unforgettable is its harmony of history and beauty. It is a town small in size, but immense in atmosphere, a place where every step feels like entering another century. Český Krumlov is more than a destination. It is Bohemia's living fairy tale, where the past is not forgotten, but celebrated in stone, river, and light. Karlstein Castle, perched high above the Barunka River Valley in the Czech Republic, is one of the country's most iconic medieval fortresses. Surrounded by rolling hills and dense forests, it rises majestically from the landscape, its towers and stone walls recalling centuries of history faith, and royal power. Built in the 14th century by Emperor Charles IV, the castle was not only a stronghold, but also a sanctuary for the most precious treasures of the Holy Roman Empire. At its heart, Karlstein was designed as a place of both defense and devotion. The emperor commissioned it to safeguard the royal jewels, holy relics, and imperial coronation treasures. Its most sacred space, the Chapel of the Holy Cross, is a masterpiece of Gothic art. Adorned with semi-precious stones and gilded decorations, it houses a cycle of over 100 panel paintings by Master Theodoric, creating an atmosphere that feels both earthly and divine. To stand within its walls is to sense the spiritual and political weight the castle once held. The architecture of Karlstein reflects both strength and elegance. Massive fortifications and high towers dominate the approach, yet inside, courtyards, chapels, and halls reveal a refined sense of medieval grandeur. The Great Tower, visible from afar, symbolizes imperial authority, while the Marian Tower and residential quarters recall the daily life of the royal court. Visitors today can explore this layered history through guided tours that bring to life the world of Charles IV and his vision of a castle that was both fortress and reliquary. From the ramparts, sweeping views open across the forests and vineyards of central Bohemia, a reminder of the castle's strategic and symbolic position. Yet Karlstein is more than a monument. It is a place of stories. Legends surround its towers, from tales of hidden passages to myths of forbidden love. Each stone seems to carry whispers of the past, connecting the present to an age of knights, emperors, and sacred rituals. What makes Karlstein Castle unforgettable is its dual identity. It is at once a stronghold of power and a sanctuary of faith, a fortress that defended treasures and a masterpiece that preserved beauty. Karlstein Castle is not just an architectural marvel, it is a timeless symbol of Bohemia's history, rising proudly above the valley as it has for nearly 7 centuries. The astronomical clock of Prague, or Pražský orloj, is one of Europe's most remarkable medieval masterpieces, a marvel of art, science, and imagination that has enchanted visitors for more than 6 centuries. Mounted on the southern wall of the Old Town Hall in Prague's historic square, it is not merely a timepiece, it is a living monument where craftsmanship and symbolism converge into a story told in motion, color, and sound. First installed in 1410, The horloge is the third oldest astronomical clock in the world and the oldest still operating. Its design combines Gothic and later Renaissance artistry, reflecting both the technical genius and the spiritual vision of its creators. At its core, the clock presents far more than the hour. It charts the movement of the sun and moon, displays the zodiac signs, and shows old Czech time, a system once used in the city's daily life. For medieval citizens, it was a cosmic map that connected earthly life to the heavens. Every hour, the clock transforms into theater. Crowds gather as the procession of the apostles begins. Figures of saints emerge, turning solemnly as death, represented by a skeletal figure, tolls the bell to remind all of life's brevity. Beside him, other allegorical figures, vanity admiring his mirror, greed clutching a purse, and lust strumming a lute, come to life, offering timeless lessons wrapped in spectacle. As the sequence ends, the golden rooster crows and the bells chime, marking another hour in Prague's enduring rhythm. The clock's lower section, the calendar dial, designed by Joseph Manis in the 19th century, adds another layer of beauty. It depicts the months of the year through vivid medallions of rural life, connecting the celestial order above with the cycles of the earth below. Standing before the astronomical clock is to witness a fusion of time and eternity. It is a reminder of medieval Prague's brilliance, when artisans, scholars, and visionaries sought to capture the cosmos in stone and gear. Even today, as technology has advanced beyond imagination, the horloge continues to draw awe, reminding visitors that time is not only measured, but also lived, celebrated, and contemplated. What makes the astronomical clock unforgettable is its spirit. It is at once a work of science and a work of art, a guardian of time and a mirror of humanity's hopes and fears. The astronomical clock is not just a monument, it is Prague's heartbeat, ticking for 600 years, uniting past and present with every chime. Kutná Hora, nestled in the heart of central Bohemia, is one of the Czech Republic's most remarkable historic towns, a place where medieval wealth, Gothic splendor, and haunting legends intertwine. Once a powerful rival to Prague, this UNESCO World Heritage Site grew from silver, the white gold of the Middle Ages, which transformed a quiet settlement into one of Europe's richest cities. Today, its cobbled streets, ornate churches, and echoes of miners' toil tell the story of a town shaped by ambition, faith, and artistry. The town's crown jewel is the Cathedral of St. Barbara, a masterpiece of late Gothic architecture and one of the most striking churches in Europe. Dedicated to the patron saint of miners, its soaring vaults, delicate tracery, and flying buttresses seem to rise like silver flames toward the sky. Inside, frescoes depicting miners at work blend the sacred with the secular, reminding visitors of the industry that built the city's wealth. From its terraces, sweeping views reveal the surrounding countryside, a landscape once scarred by mines, now serene with vineyards and fields. Another site that defines Kutná Hora's identity is the Sedlec ossuary, known worldwide as the Bone Church. Beneath a modest chapel, the remains of some 40,000 people have been arranged into haunting works of art. Chandeliers made of skulls, garlands of bones, and a coat of arms crafted from skeletal remains. Far from morbid, the ossuary reflects medieval attitudes toward mortality and eternity, offering a striking meditation on life's impermanence. The Italian court, once the royal mint, is another reminder of the town's past power. Here, silver coins known as Prague groschen were struck, fueling the economy of Central Europe. Today, its halls and courtyards preserve the memory of kings, treasurers, and the intricate systems that bound wealth to politics. Walking through Kutná Hora, visitors discover quiet squares, Renaissance burghers' houses, and small chapels that add intimacy to the grandeur of its monuments. Museums recall the hard lives of miners who dug deep into the earth, while legends of hidden tunnels and ghostly figures linger in the imagination. The town's spirit is one of contrasts, beauty and hardship, splendor and decay, faith and mortality. Beyond history, Kutná Hora offers moments of living culture. Cafes, wine cellars, and festivals bring warmth to its streets, while the surrounding vineyards carry on centuries-old traditions of winemaking. It is a place where the past is not frozen, but continues to inspire the present. What makes Kutná Hora unforgettable is its depth. It is not just a town of churches and bones, but a living chronicle of human endeavor, our pursuit of wealth, our devotion to faith, and our reckoning with mortality. Kutná Hora is not only a destination, it is a mirror of history where silver, stone, and spirit combine into a story both haunting and sublime. Karlovy Vary, nestled in the forested hills of western Bohemia, is the Czech Republic's most famous spa town, a place where elegance, healing, and tradition flow together. Founded in the 14th century by Emperor Charles IV, the town has long drawn visitors seeking the curative powers of its hot springs, making it one of Europe's great spa destinations. Today, it remains a city of beauty and vitality, where history and wellness blend seamlessly. The town is celebrated for its thermal springs, more than a dozen of which bubble up from deep beneath the earth. Their mineral-rich waters are believed to treat a wide range of ailments, and visitors still follow the centuries-old ritual of strolling the colonnades with a porcelain cup in hand, sipping from each fountain. The Mill Colonnade, with its grand rows of Corinthian columns, is perhaps the most iconic, while the Market and Park colonnades add their own charm with intricate wood and cast-iron designs. Karlovy Vary's architecture is as much a delight as its waters. Elegant pastel-colored buildings line the Tepla River, their facades reflecting the grandeur of the town's 19th century golden age, when European aristocrats and artists flocked here. Walking through its streets, one feels transported to a world of promenades, orchestras, and old-world sophistication. The town is also renowned for its cultural life. The Karlovy Vary International Film Festival is one of Europe's most prestigious, drawing filmmakers and stars from across the globe. Its creative energy complements the town's tranquil rhythm, proving that Karlovy Vary is both a retreat and a vibrant cultural hub. Local flavors enrich the experience as well. The herbal liqueur Becherovka, spa wafers, and regional cuisine offer a taste of Bohemian tradition. Surrounding forests and hills provide opportunities for hiking and scenic viewpoints, adding nature's tranquility to the town's restorative spirit. What makes Karlovy Vary unforgettable is its atmosphere of harmony. It is a place where warm waters soothe, architecture inspires, and culture thrives, an oasis of refinement in the Czech landscape. Karlovy Vary is not just a spa town, it is a timeless sanctuary where healing and elegance flow together like the springs that gave it life. Telč, a jewel of the Czech Republic's Vysočina region, is a town that feels as though it has stepped straight out of a fairy tale. Surrounded by serene fish ponds and crowned with a Renaissance chateau, its colorful square and harmonious architecture have made it one of the most enchanting towns in Central Europe. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Telč is both a work of art and a living community where centuries of history blend seamlessly with everyday life. At the heart of Telč lies the main square, Náměstí Zachariáše z Hradce, one of the most beautiful squares in Europe. Lined with pastel-colored houses, each topped with ornate Renaissance or Baroque gables, it creates a dazzling panorama that seems painted rather than built. Arcaded walkways shelter cozy cafes and shops, while facades adorned with sgraffito, frescoes, and stucco decorations reflect the artistry of the 16th and 17th centuries. To walk the square is to be immersed in a world of elegance and balance, where every detail whispers of the town's prosperous past. Presiding over the square is the Telč Chateau, a Renaissance masterpiece built on the site of a Gothic castle. Commissioned by Zachariáš of Hradec in the 16th century, it transformed Telč into a cultural and architectural gem. Inside, richly decorated halls, painted ceilings, and lavish chambers reflect the sophistication of the Italian Renaissance, while the surrounding gardens and courtyards provide spaces of peace and beauty. The chateau is not only a monument, but also a symbol of the town's transformation from medieval stronghold to Renaissance jewel. Telč's charm extends beyond its square. The town is encircled by fish ponds, Stepnický, Uličky, and Staroměstský, which were originally created for defense and fish farming, but today add to the town's picturesque atmosphere. Their tranquil waters mirror the colorful facades and church towers, creating reflections that enhance the fairy tale quality of the town. Bridges and pathways invite leisurely strolls, offering views that shift with the light of day and the changing seasons. Religion and faith also left their mark on Telč. Churches such as St. James the Greater and the Church of the Holy Spirit rise gracefully above the rooftops, their spires punctuating the skyline. These sacred spaces, with their Gothic and Baroque details, complement the civic beauty of the town, adding spiritual depth to its architectural harmony. Cultural life flourishes in Telč, where music, theater, and festivals animate its historic streets. The annual summer festival fills the square with concerts, performances, and art, transforming the Renaissance backdrop into a stage alive with creativity. Throughout the year, exhibitions, local crafts, and traditional cuisine connect the town's heritage with its vibrant present. Beyond its landmarks, Telč is also about atmosphere. It is in the quiet arcades where the scent of coffee drifts from a cafe, in the gentle ripples of the ponds at sunset, in the sound of bells echoing across tiled roofs. It is a place that encourages slowing down, noticing details, and appreciating beauty in harmony. What makes Telč unforgettable is its completeness. Few towns preserve such a unified Renaissance character, where architecture, nature, and community form a perfect whole. It is both a masterpiece of human creativity and a sanctuary of peace, a town that feels timeless yet alive. Telč is not just a destination. It is a fairy tale brought to life, a Renaissance jewel shining in the heart of the Czech Republic, where history, art, and serenity meet in perfect balance. Charles Bridge, arching gracefully over the Vltava River in Prague, is one of Europe's most iconic landmarks, a masterpiece of Gothic engineering and a living symbol of the city's history. Commissioned by Emperor Charles IV in 1357, the bridge has connected the old town with the lesser town for more than 6 centuries, carrying kings, merchants, artists, and countless travelers across its stone arches. Constructed from sturdy sandstone blocks, the bridge once served as the only link between the two sides of Prague, making it the heart of trade and royal processions. Today, its 16 arches and 30 Baroque statues of saints create an open-air gallery where art and history stand against the backdrop of the city's spires. Each statue tells a story, from the martyrdom of Saint John of Nepomuk to allegories of faith and courage, inviting visitors to pause and reflect as they walk. The experience of crossing Charles Bridge is as much about atmosphere as architecture. At dawn, the bridge is cloaked in silence, with mist rising from the Vltava and the towers glowing in first light. By day, it comes alive with musicians, painters, and vendors, creating a vibrant tapestry of sound and color. At sunset, when the city is bathed in golden light and Prague Castle glimmers above, the bridge becomes one of the most romantic spots in Europe. Charles Bridge is more than a crossing. It is a passage through time, a place where Gothic towers, Baroque statues, and modern life meet in harmony. It is not just a bridge, it is the soul of Prague, uniting past and present with every step across its ancient stones. Litomyshl, nestled in the rolling hills of eastern Bohemia, is a town where Renaissance elegance, cultural heritage, and small-town charm blend into a picture of timeless beauty. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it is best known for its Renaissance chateau, but its cobbled streets, arcaded squares, and creative spirit make it one of the Czech Republic's most enchanting destinations. The centerpiece of the town is the Litomyshl Chateau. Built in the 16th century, in the style of Italian Renaissance palaces. Its striking sgraffito-decorated facade, adorned with thousands of intricate motifs, gives it a unique character. Inside, grand halls, ornate ceilings, and historic theaters recall centuries of aristocratic life, while the surrounding gardens provide a peaceful escape of greenery and sculpture. Beyond the chateau, Litomyśl's historic square unfolds with arcaded houses, painted in soft pastel tones. Cafes, galleries, and shops bring life to these centuries-old buildings, creating an atmosphere that is both historic and welcoming. Walking the streets, visitors discover churches, monasteries, and hidden courtyards that add layers of charm to the town's intimate scale. Litomyśl is also a town of culture. It is the birthplace of composer Bedřich Smetana, and his legacy lives on in the Smetana's Litomyśl International Opera Festival, which each summer fills the chateau's courtyards with music and performance. This creative energy continues throughout the year in art exhibitions, concerts, and local traditions that keep the town's spirit alive. What makes Litomyśl unforgettable is its balance of grandeur and intimacy. It is at once a place of Renaissance splendor and small-town warmth, where history, art, and community meet. Litomyśl is not just a town. It is a living stage of Czech culture, a harmony of architecture, music, and memory. Prague, the capital of the Czech Republic, is a city where history, beauty, and culture converge in a way that feels almost dreamlike. Known as the City of 100 Spires, it stretches across the Vltava River with a skyline of Gothic towers, Baroque domes, and medieval bridges that have witnessed centuries of triumph and transformation. Few cities in Europe carry such a harmonious blend of grandeur and intimacy, making Prague one of the continent's most enchanting destinations. At the heart of the city lies the Old Town Square, where pastel-colored houses, Gothic churches, and the world-famous astronomical clock create a stage of timeless wonder. Every hour, crowds gather to watch the clock's animated figures of apostles and allegories, a ritual that has captivated visitors for more than 6 centuries. From here, cobbled lanes spill into winding streets, leading to hidden courtyards, lively cafes, and markets alive with tradition. Crossing the Charles Bridge is like stepping through history. Lined with statues of saints and guarded by Gothic towers, the bridge connects the Old Town with the Lesser Town, its arches spanning the Vltava since the 14th century. At dawn, the bridge is cloaked in silence and mist, while at sunset it glows with golden light as musicians and artists fill the air with sound and color. Dominating the city from above is Prague Castle, one of the largest castle complexes in the world. Within its walls rise treasures such as St. Vitus Cathedral, with soaring spires and stained glass windows that embody the majesty of Gothic art. Palaces, chapels, and gardens weave together centuries of political and spiritual history, making the castle a living symbol of Czech identity. Prague is also a city of culture and creativity. Concert halls and theaters echo with classical music, honoring the legacy of composers like Mozart and Dvořák, while contemporary galleries and festivals showcase a vibrant modern spirit. Its cafe culture and lively beer halls, serving world-renowned Czech lagers, add warmth to its historic charm. Yet perhaps Prague's greatest gift is its atmosphere. It is found in the sound of church bells echoing over the river, in the glow of lanterns along narrow alleys, in the view of red rooftops rolling toward the horizon. It is a city that invites both discovery and reflection, where every corner seems to tell a story. What makes Prague unforgettable is its balance of the grand and the intimate. It is at once a capital of kings and emperors and a city of hidden gardens and quiet squares. Prague is not just a destination, it is a masterpiece of Europe, where stone and spirit, past and present, create a timeless harmony.